Hello, welcome to lesson number 2. In the previous lesson, we learned how to set up everything we need, and these are essentially two components. The first one is the project space or the workspace, which we learned it's completely browser based. This, what we see on the right side, is essentially our project space, which as we see is divided in 4 columns here. And the columns are labeled as palette, viewer, components, and properties. And today we're going to explain in a little bit more detail how we use this designer front panel. Uh, First of all, besides the designer front panel, there's a block editor panel, and we switch between these two in the top right buttons right here. So right now we're in the designer panel here, and we'll go through explaining these columns. So in the first one, when we see palette, uh, it's essentially all sorts of components that we would be using when building our codes or apps. And all of these components are grouped. So for instance, the first one that is open by default is the user interface. And all these components in the user interface group has essentially our input-output components that serve for a user that can interact with our app right here on the screen on our emulated Android phone, or they can see, read the output on some sort of displays. So you can see here, right, we have some buttons, images, switches, text boxes, and so on. And once we start using them, we'll um, be able to explain in a little bit more detail specifics for most of them, at least for those that we're going to be using more commonly. The other groups are layout. Layout essentially we're going to be using when we want to group some of these components on the screen. I see in the different arrangements, horizontal, vertical, table, and so on, so that our layout um, on the screen on our app looks exactly as we would like it to look like. Media group is again, as its name says, there's lots of media components we can use that are both video and audio, and see text to speech, speech recognizer as well, and so on. Drawing and animation doesn't have that many. Essentially, it's the canvas, which we're going to be using quite a bit. And then, depending on what we do, there might be some image sprite and ball. Again, we'll be explaining those in more details when the time comes. Maps, components for maps, we won't really be using, at least at this basic introductory level, but they're here as well. Sensors, was a big part of any Android app. Um, so pretty much all the sensors you can think of are here, and we can potentially use them. Accelerometer, light sensor, location sensor, and so on. And then after that, there's some components for social media interaction, storage, uh, connectivity. There's even the whole group devoted to Lego Mindstorms, which can be integrated. And then the last two are really not that much interest for us, experimental and some extension that can be loaded, but we won't be really dealing with those. So what do we do with these, right? Depending on what we want to do, we would pick components that we want, and simply we just pick that component that we need and drag it simply into our workspace. And now you see that this button that we dragged into our workspace, first of all, showed up also in our emulated app here, Android phone. And then also it showed up in this space with components, right? Since we added this component into our workspace. It showed up in the components, and also if we click on it and highlight it, in the last column in the properties, we see all sorts of properties that are related to this component. And as many of them we have here, we can essentially highlight each of them and go through all sorts of properties and change them if we wish. Obviously, there's a color, so right now it uses the default color. We can just for fun change it, say, to dark gray. Then change the font size. Height and width is something that we would be changing quite a bit. So let's say we want to set height to be, let's say, maybe 20% of the height of the screen. So it is extended to 20%. Width, let's say we want to set width to 30% of the width of the screen. Let's say okay, now it's at 30%. We can change the text on the button, or we can delete it altogether. So let's just call it button. Okay, we can change the alignment, and for each component you can simply go through these properties and familiarize yourself what are the characteristics that we can change. The other thing I want to quickly state here, that there's a option, and that one we would be using quite a bit too, is to rename each of these components. It has its default name, but we can quickly rename it to whatever name we would like to keep it, or we can delete it if we don't want really to use it anymore, if we change our mind. The other thing is, if we use some of the components, let's say for drawing an animation, for instance, we bring some canvas here, and we want this canvas to have some background. We would upload the file. We would choose a file that we want to upload, say OK, so we don't have it right now, it doesn't matter. And once we have this uploaded here with our media, we can assign background image right here. We can click and assign it, or upload file even here, but if it's already uploaded, we would just select it here and say OK. So that image would essentially show up right here as the background of our canvas spot. Or for instance, if we say want to use some media, for instance, so let's say we want some sound. So look what happens. We drag sound here, we don't see it anywhere, so some of those would be non-visible right here. For instance, sound is not visible, there's nothing to be shown. We want to hear it at certain positions, certain situations. So as what we did for canvas in this image, we can do for sound as well. We can upload the file that we want to associate with this sound, and once we upload the file, we can click here in the properties for this sound one and click here and either upload it directly here, or if it's uploaded, select it and say OK. And in that case, we associate that particular sound that we uploaded to this sound component that we would be using in our code. I think this probably covers most of the general things we wanted to cover here. Before we end this lesson, I just want to state that in the next one, we're going to be focusing on this second part of this control or work panel, which is the blocks editor panel. And this is essentially where we would be using all of these components and putting together our code. So until the next time, bye, and see you in the lesson number 3.